and welcome back to another episode of Break It Down. This is part 2 of our conversation with Cesar from One World Magazine. If you haven't already, check out part 1. Links will be in the description. This episode ran close to an hour, and 20 minutes is, I think, about the sweet spot for these episodes. So I've thoroughly enjoyed all of these, especially this one with Cesar. So we're going to get into part 2 right now. Hope you enjoy it as well. Let me know. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Here it is. Without further ado, part 2 of our conversation with Cesar from One World Magazine. Peace out. Like yourself, I'm an entrepreneur, Cesar. What are some of your biggest struggles that you face as a business owner? Whether it's, employees, artists, or even just trying to get this published. Galactic Distro, they distribute the magazine, correct?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. Galactic Distro, great question. Great time for you to mention that. Yes, this is Galactic Distro. This is a distribution company that I actually run myself.
Awesome.
Here in this studio is a wall with physical product that we sell. We sell mainly CDs, brand new shrink wrap CDs, tapes, and they can be new or older. We sell out of print product as well. And we don't do it for money. We do it just to have a shelf that exists. There's not enough store shelves that exist. So the galacticdistro.com runs itself. It pays for itself. And I made the website myself on GoDaddy, and it runs itself. And I get your product out within 2 days. So,
wow.
It's not about making money. So whatever I buy somebody's product for, I just mark it up $5 and I sell it. Because it's not about making money. It's about moving good product, because it needs to be done. That's how the game goes. Artists make more money off CDs than you will off your streams until you get to a certain point. And most artists, 90% of them, will never reach that point.
Right.
I just said it. I just said something that no one will say.
Or they don't want to hear it. But yeah, that's again,
Well, because any other hip hop media might be or is some way attached to some digital form that makes them money. So they won't say what I just said.
Right.
But I'm not attached to nothing. Nobody gives me a big check. I'm not attached to nothing greater or higher than my own head.
I love it. Independent. And
I'm 1000% independent.
Awesome. I love it. Are there any obstacles that I know there are. Do you want to speak about any of the obstacles you face as a business owner with putting the magazine out? Or
the main obstacle right now is this stupid fucking invisible thing that people believe is getting people sick out there.
Mm-hmm.
That is hindering the world that I circle in, and everywhere else's hip hop world is slowed down, almost some places damn near to a halt, which has hurt my business slightly, just because there's way more events I could attend and get my product out directly and shake hands directly, because that's where I'm most effective, is in the flesh.
Right, face to face.
I close most of my, half of my deals in person, so. And so I need to get out there. So that part's bothering us now. Other than that, it's an everyday struggle of self-motivation, because I don't necessarily have a team that I meet with on a daily basis, Mike, that are like patting me on the back, or we sit and have a group meeting here in the office. And I don't do that. I don't have that. Because the people that I do have in the Bay Area, they're not close enough to me to where that would be convenient. I strategically have them at 2 arms lengths away, because I can't be in that region, but they can.
Right.
So it's that one. So it's just, that's the everyday struggle, is being self-motivated to not sit on my ass too many days in a row, like I said earlier, because that slows it down. and I need to get this out in a timely manner. And again, I do all the deals, so it's mainly, you know, a lot of it's me cold calling, so to speak, but I don't call nobody. It's more of a DM. Hey, I can do this for this if you're interested in this issue, and you know, and with a lot of, you know, half of my business is new business, like with any small business.
Sure.
Brand new artists finally someone finally pays me for my service, and then we do it. So, you know, doing the magazine, it's, if I didn't like if I wasn't satisfied with the accomplishment of doing it, I wouldn't do it at all, because I don't do it for the thank yous that I get, because I don't get enough of them. You know what I mean? You ought to know that, bro. Even in your own team, you wish you would get a few more thank yous than you actually do. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to anyone, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
your name is DJ WorksHard, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure many people don't notice it right around you. They damn near probably take you for granted. And I'm whatever, I'll stop there. But it's just that one, you know what I mean? And so it's being self-motivated to actually go harder than, no disrespect to any other magazine out there that does what I do. Even though not many do what I do, and almost nobody does what I do, because everyone has their own motivations to do what they do.
And you guys got that Cali weed too, so it's even more harder to motivate yourself, you know. Got that indica.
Well, that's funny you say that. I smoke every day. I've been smoking weed since I'm 17, and I smoke every day. And so, yes, you're right about that. But I've been smoking it so long that it's more of it's all mental to me. The weed doesn't make me not want to work on the magazine or go to a function or go to an event or push the promotion line or nothing. It doesn't do that for me. It actually allows me to spend the 200 hours dictating audio interviews onto the computer and type them up, and spend the hundreds of hours doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the weed that helps me get through that shit.
Yeah.
Trust me.
There you go.
I'll do it. Do it. You know what I mean? And not only that, it's just, I don't drink, I don't smoke cigarettes, you feel me? I don't do cocaine, I don't take prescription pills, you feel me? I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't do nothing else. All I do is smoke weed, and that's it. Now I drink energy drinks at night because
we're like brothers from another mother. I smoke weed every day. I don't drink. I said we're like brothers from another mother. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke weed every day. That's you know, so, and
that's all I need.
That's it. It's almost a motivating factor in a way. You know, okay, take a puff, go do what we need to do, handle business. Like you said,
we won't complain about it. We'll just handle it.
That's it. Yeah. It probably mellows you out, where the mundane tasks or the bullshit that comes up with dealing with whoever or whatever, it's a lot easier to brush it aside and just focus on what's in front of you and what's important. So
absolutely. Very well said too.
Thank you. I don't know that I could say it again, so I won't. But
real shit.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're a busy guy, so
if you have more questions, I'm here, bro. It's good. You know, I'm honored to be on your show with all the other artists and guests that you've had, man. I feel like I'm part of the gang. Shit, I'm actually somebody because you're talking to me.
Hey, well, I'm thank you for accepting and being on here, because what you do is very important. No bullshit. The print form of this media, hip hop in general, you know, people aren't really going in stores as much anymore. So the fact that you're probably ahead of the game, if there's even any competition, as far as being able to reach artists digitally and then with the magazine as well. So is there anyone, I know you're always looking for street reps. Is there any other, call to action right now where are you looking for graphic designers, or is there anyone that's listening to this that can help your team in any way?
Honestly, it's been one of my strategies as of recently. I'm open to take street reps, street team. If you promote on the street, if whatever you do, you're just a DJ, whatever. I'm open. We're open to work with other professionals who do exactly what they say they do. No bullshit. As long as you do what you say you do, because this is what we do. If our worlds can meet and benefit each other, then let's do something. Do I have an open specific need? Not really. Graphic design, I get that DM, and just like you, do you need a graphic designer every day?
Sure, sure.
Not to say we have our own staff graphic designer, Paragon, Celestial Productions. He was in New York, but he's in Orlando now. He's been doing a majority of polishing up the magazine when it's laid out, and he sends it to the printer, and he puts it together as a digital PDF booklet as well. So we're not really looking for anybody in particular. We're just looking for those who do what they do and are willing to grow with One World Magazine. And that's basically it for that.
Awesome. Okay. I wanted to make sure we touched on that because I know the street team promotion aspect is big, especially since I'm in Orlando, Florida myself. So I moved out of Boston a couple years ago. Massachusetts. I was there 37 years and now I'm down here in Florida. So yeah, I mean, you can't be everywhere. So you need people out there representing for you. So all right.
Right.
What are you listening to right now? On your way in this morning, what were you listening to?
It's funny. Today I was in the mood. I was listening to an artist from Fresno, California, a gangster rapper by the name of Killa Tay.
Okay.
He had some new music that I wasn't really, I haven't paid attention to lately. He's an artist. I'll probably get him in the next issue. He's a rapper that has never changed his morals and standards since the beginning, whereas a lot of other artists from his genre, from his era, have changed and tried to adapt and consent and change up, flip styles, all kind of weird shit, and just trying to keep up with the times. But he's an artist who's never really switched his style, never changed up with the times, always kept it to what he did. And so I respect artists who do that, especially when they're actually very talented and have actually led many different movements, whether how big or how small, have always led.
No doubt. Killa Tay?
Yes.
Tay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Shout outs to Killa Tay. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you like gangster rap in any way, definitely. If you haven't heard him, you should, just so you know that there are real gangster rappers that actually are dope, and not because of some type of gimmick or open door policy or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
This was a struggle from the ground up, and as far as any artist that does it that way, however far they get, you got to give them the respect for getting to it.
Sure. Yeah, much respect. Before we wrap up, Cesar, any imparting words of wisdom you want to leave for some artists, or I mean, it just seems like you deal with so many that I know you talked about ego is probably one of the biggest things, right? Not getting in your own way.
Well, definitely. That's how a lot of artists from an era of the early 90s or even early 2000s, the longer an artist has been doing this, and which might more likely mean that earlier in their career they had a lot of success. Here in the Bay Area, a lot of the Bay Area legends had success at an early time in their career. And when I say early success, I mean success, I'm talking they sold 20, 40, 100,000 units of a CD or a cassette. So the record labels were getting hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars off of physical sales. And so success was everywhere. And when we're talking hundreds of artists who sold tens of thousands of units here in the Bay Area alone.
Yeah, yeah.
So people don't necessarily know the facts of how much success and how much money has been generated just in the Bay Area rap scene alone. And that's just the Bay Area. This happened every major metropolitan area. Every Boston area, every area has their independents who rose from nothing to a household name and have paved the way, so to speak, for what exists today. So that's just what it is. So yeah, egos have gotten in the way of a lot of artists from further back eras because the success has tainted their. Shouldn't have to pay for that because it was always free for them. But what they don't realize is that somebody was paying for it. It just wasn't them.
Right.
So you have a team, you have management, you have this, you have that. Somebody's paying for things to happen. And so now artists have to be the CEO, the management, the artist, and sometimes the producer, the promoter, and everything else as well, that they don't feel they should be paying for an interview with One World Magazine because they've been doing it 15 years. I should be hitting them up for an interview for whatever, for free, or because just to feature them because of who they are. Well, no disrespect. I put everybody in their proper place and I'll give them proper placement in the magazine, but I can't necessarily put everyone in just because you exist. That list of free interviews goes out the door around the corner down into the next city. That list is so long. You feel me? Why don't you jump in the line of people doing business? You'll come to the front of the line. And I don't even say you got to pay me this amount or that amount. What people don't realize, and I'll leave you with this, Mike, is that actions speak louder than words. So the action of actually just sending me money or giving me money and saying I need to be in the next one is going to speak a lot louder than another route of, or the route of you expecting me to put you in for free. So same thing with what you do. Your services aren't free, but if somebody approached you and said, bro, I need you to come DJ my wedding, you'd be like, and they first off just give you 200 right there. Bam, bro, I need you there. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, yeah, of course you're gonna say yes. Yeah.
Yes. You say what date? I'll be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how people got to do it. You know, people are so quick to run to the mall to grab that new pair of Jordans for an overpriced amount, or if they buy it secondhand, an even stupider price amount. Then come invest in your music career and pay for some good public relations, some good promotion, some solid article, solid interview, one of the best you can get because it'll last forever in that print. You know, like you said, the digitals come and go, and most websites don't archive their interviews because they do so many. They don't archive them.
Right.
So it's good only for the moment. So capture the moment when it does happen, but the moment lasts longer when you're in a print magazine. My opinion. And not to mention, if you've never done it, try it. Because it's worth to document your career in print at least one time, because people don't realize that's all any print magazine is doing. We're documenting hip hop history right now. That's what I do. People don't realize it, but that's what I do.
Well, I'll say it again. We appreciate it, and thank you very much for doing what you do. I'd say I wish there were more people like you, but I don't want any more Cesars. I like you, Cesar. I don't need 10 more Cesars, but
Thanks, Mike.
But no, again, on all seriousness, One World Magazine, thank you for keeping this print form alive, as well as everything else you do with, you know, artist development, even just helping artists, putting them in the magazine, or whether it's advice to someone who comes up and says, hey, you should just interview me because I'm great. And then what you just said, that maybe that resonates and they understand, yeah, I need to invest in myself before I, you know, just go asking for something, show and prove, like you said.
Well, it works. It's worked many times. And even if it's not about that at that, if it's not at that point for you, very least make a good impression, introduce yourself, start a relationship that way, you know. But there's just be creative, but definitely, invest in yourself, whether it's with One World Magazine or anybody or anything, because what people don't realize, when you spend money promoting your music, you're actually putting dollar value in your music. Every dollar you spend is another dollar in value in your music,
Right.
especially if your music is good and or of a high quality. Then nobody can deny it.
That's a great
It
point.
has that value. Yes. Nobody's going to tell you this in the industry. They're not going to tell you this. They're going to continue doing it, but they're not going to tell you why it's being done. So the more money you spend, the more your company is worth, the higher value your company has. They don't want you to know that. That's why they spend millions in promotion, PR, and marketing.
Yeah, of course.
Why do you think? To give them their value. That's why these artists on the wall have value, because thousands of dollars were spent in their name. And now, 20 years later, their name has a value.
Mm,
You get now how people got a value? Because
yeah.
money was spent in their name. I'm going to tell you things that most media won't tell you. They don't want you to know this, because then you'll invest in yourself, and many talented artists will surpass all these fake phonies and whack artists. They will just disappear. If artists would gain the confidence that I know they have, and should have a little bit further, just to put some money on the table, even if it's buying beats instead of taking free ones.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Even if it's upgrading your studio to paying for studio time instead of taking free studio time.
right.
Because what artists don't realize is that free means free, which means the person giving it to you had no value.
Nothing more expensive than free.
Yes. So I won't keep you, but these things had to be said. Some people need to hear these things. I didn't lie to you. I don't lie for a living. I can't. I smoke weed every day. I'll forget what the hell I said. So I just tell the truth and stick to the truth, because it's easier that way.
Much easier. I agree. 100%.
Yes, sir.
Cesar, lots of gems here. I'm
Thank you.
I'm sure we could talk for another hour. So maybe again down the road we'll catch up and we'll do this again. It was great.
We will, Mike.
Let everybody know where they can find you, and if they want to get in touch with One World Magazine.
Absolutely. Best place on social media is our Instagram page. That's the number One World Magazine. You can DM me if it's just a question, advice, business. Just DM One World Magazine. Otherwise, you can buy the magazine, the physical copy, at galacticdistro.com. That's galacticdistro.com. The PDF, if you want it for free, I don't sell the PDF, the digital copy, because I don't sell enough to make me bother with that anymore. I just give it away, because honestly, the physical is what the whole movement is about, because it gets your music right in somebody's hand directly. And same with the PDF download, because it's right in your hand and on your phone. It's again, it's for those who care. So if anyone wants the PDF for free, just DM me and I'll send it right to you. No doubt, no problem. It's nothing. So just so you know what One World Magazine is, what it looks like, what we do. So any type of entrepreneur, model, DJ, producer, artist, painter, dancer, Doesn't matter if you're a call girl and you want to raise your value. We could do it. You feel me? Doesn't matter. This is what it's for. If you want to be the best at what you do, and you are the best, and you want more people to know, you want people to respect it. At the very least, you want to have something to show your grandkids that you said you did what you said you did 20 years ago. Then get in a physical magazine, get in One World magazine. We'll treat you right, and we'll have you looking real good.
Yes, I can attest, 100%. All the links will be in the description below when this episode airs. So go follow Cesar at One World Magazine, Galactic Distro. You can get the latest issue. And again, my friend, thank you for your time today. It was awesome. I learned something. So probably a couple somethings. I'll have to go back and listen to this again anyway. So appreciate it, my friend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Mike. Appreciate you. DJ WorksHard. One love.
All right. One love, brother. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Break It Down. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast. If there's a song or video you want us to break down with an artist, hit us up on social media at Own Lane Music, or hit the artist up directly and mention our show. Maybe we can talk to him. That's it, everyone. Peace out.